The Rock against Stephanie McMahon's latest coup. The new team from Raw of Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero.
Following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring from Toronto, Ontario, weighing in at 241 pounds, is
Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff bought a ticket to be in here. He was as shocked as anyone when Benoit Guerrero defected.
The Rock is House of Heat presents WWE SummerSlam. SummerSlam will be live Sunday, August 25th from the sold-out Nassau Coliseum in my neck of the woods, Long Island, New York.
SummerSlam sold out in 90 minutes.
and his partner from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 275 pounds, is the WWE Undisputed Champion, The Rock.
The Rock meets Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam from the sold-out Nassau Coliseum with the Undisputed title on the line.
SummerSlam already has the makings of being off the hook, off the chart, outstanding, phenomenal, anything you want to call it. The Rock giving a shot to Brock. Whoa!
Look at Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, who had a war with The Rock just last week on Raw, wasting little time getting this tag team matchup started. I mean, it has been a shocking evening. Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit.
An awesome shot, Cole. Benoit and Guerrero are part of SmackDown.
The latest recruits from Raw to SmackDown from Stephanie McMahon as The Rock takes it to Eddie Guerrero. The reversal by Latino Heat. Face first goes Guerrero. And this crowd is electric.
And Cole, Stephanie. Stephanie had everybody.
Hook of the leg and a kick out.
Stephanie surprised everybody by bringing Benoit and Guerrero right here to SmackDown.
And here's the tag of the new Intercontinental Champion, Chris Benoit, and the double team on the Rock by Benoit and Guerrero. Chris Benoit winning the Intercontinental title this past Monday night on Raw from Rob Van Dam, and then bringing that title to SmackDown. So not only is Bischoff in shock that these two superstars defected, but Benoit brought the Intercontinental title with him. What a throw by The Rock.
Big belly by The Rock.
Cover, hook of the leg, and Benoit gets the shoulder up.
Bischoff stole the tag team champions who no one likes, but Stephanie will SmackDown the Intercontinental Champion.
The reversal, and Eddie Guerrero with a shot from behind. And The Rock with a right hand, and Benoit from behind to The Rock.
Guerrero right out here, look!
Suplex, The Rock landing on the top of his back. And now Benoit begins to pick apart the Undisputed Champion.
We've seen Chris Benoit and The Rock clash before. Great epic battles. Edge is on that apron. Wants to take The Rock because The Rock is in dire straits right now.
But we also know that Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero have been a team. Now look at this. Guerrero went up the tag. A tremendous team together. And that offers them a unique advantage in this matchup against The Rock and Edge and the double team. And Eddie Guerrero.
Both Rock with their respective partners, Rock and Edge, are former WWE Tag Team Champions. I can believe it, Rock and Sock connection, and Edge with Christian and Hogan.
How aggressive, vicious is Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, no wasted motion, constant movement, constant attack. Now the ground attack of Calgary, Edmonton, Alberta, Canada's own Chris Benoit.
You want to talk about aggressive. You want to talk about ruthless. That's how to describe the new Intercontinental Champion, the Rabid Wolverine, Chris Benoit.
I've been in many battles with Chris Benoit, and believe me, he's the most versatile in-ring athlete in the business today.
The Bravo Ball knocked down with an elbow by Benoit. Imagine what is going through the mind of Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff, escorted from the building, covered by Guerrero in a kickout. Bischoff escorted, thrown out of the building by security.
Stephanie taunted him while he was getting escorted. I loved it.
Bischoff was humiliated. He was embarrassed, and it serves him right. Bischoff had no business being here in the first place this evening. Face first goes Guerrero. And now The Rock needs to make a tag.
I know Bishop wants to sit here. Here comes Edge.
And Edge off the tag. Top rope. Knocking Guerrero down. And a right hand to Benoit.
Edge just walking him, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit to SmackDown the hard way.
And Edge off the rope. And a shot to the forehead. And look at Edge.
Here goes Latino Heat, monkey flip.
Latino Heat flying across the ring. Edge stalking Guerrero. And the big shoulder to the gut.
Big spear right to Latino Heat.
And Benoit, the Intercontinental Champion, whips into the corner. It's a shoulder of his own.
That didn't happen in the dungeon, that's for sure.
Edge is on fire. Here's the cover. Guerrero. And Benoit breaks up the 3 count.
Great teamwork, Chris Benoit. Killing that pin cover by Edge.
Do you think it's any coincidence that Edge, after a brutal battle versus Jericho, in a victory over Jericho inside a steel cage last week on SmackDown, do you think it's any coincidence that Jericho got the hell out of SmackDown and went to Raw?
It's pretty obvious Chris Jericho had an opportunity to bolt, and Jericho did bolt. He tucked his tail, he ran. I wish Jericho was still part of our show, SmackDown, but you know what? Best of luck, Chris. Go ahead, go for it.
Big knee to the midsection. And you are looking at 4 of the brightest young stars in the business today. And all 4 now property of Stephanie McMahon and SmackDown.
Couldn't be any prouder to have a guy like Eddie Guerrero or a superstar like Benoit part of our roster.
So let me get this straight now. The Undisputed Champion, The Rock, and look at Eddie Guerrero. The referee's back turn continues the pressure on Edge. The Undisputed Champion, Rock, part of SmackDown. The Intercontinental Champion, Benoit, now exclusively part of SmackDown.
You're catching on. You're exactly right. Okay. Latino Heat, let's not forget about him. Help the pride of El Paso, Texas.
Eddie Guerrero off the tag. And Benoit and Guerrero. And Edge battles back. And don't forget about the next big thing. The first victory for Stephanie. Brock Lesnar. And look at Eddie.
Drop toe hold right there. Benoit drop toe hold.
Oh! And Eddie off the apron and flying over the top rope.
Flying heel hold.
Quick cover, hook of the leg, could be it, no Edge. Showing that heart, that resilience that got him through that cage match last week.
So, I mean, look, what about Stephanie McMahon fooling everybody? Stephanie making everybody, including us, think that it was Rock versus Edge tonight.
Stephanie suckered us in. Oh, look at this.
Indian death lock right there, applied on Edge's legs by Eddie Guerrero.
And what a tag team, Guerrero and Benoit. We saw them in action together at our last pay-per-view in Detroit, Vengeance. And now tonight,
Stephanie knew the whole while she was going to put Guerrero and Benoit in this main event. She had the plan in this tag match for this main event on SmackDown.
Did you hear the ad?